ready to get my glass replaced, my windshield glass. We're here with a master of windshieldology. First thing you do is remove these things. The pillar moldings have been removed. Okay, this is comforting. I always like these sayings that they have on shop walls. And if you ever get in trouble, you just ask Marilyn to help. And if you're not giving up the information and they want to make you talk, this machine will definitely help. Of course, you always have these stickers on the toolbox. Alright, look what was removed while I was playing games. I don't even know where that stuff came from. Hey, C-O-W-L, cowl molding. Not cow, but cow with an L.
Covering your cowl. Your cowl's under it.
Oh, there we go. Who knew you had a cow in the car?
Everything's plastic.
So are most people. Plastic. Here's a plane and the flag, in case you want to fly away. And if you ever really get into trouble, you know who you could call for some help doing the windshield. Here's a fan you could use in your bathroom if you need to have any air taken out. Okay, this is an exciting part. Cutting that rubber stuff. Nice, that comes right up.
We'll get a new one. This windshield comes with the molding on it.
Alright, so you're removing the remnants. Here's a valuable Vasily Kadinsky. Amazing what you'll find. Here is a Lincoln Continental Mark IV. It's about to be painted. Okay, the changing of the blades. Looks like the changing of the guards. That's the use of a cold knife. Still using the cold knife. Penny for your thoughts? Bring back the 80s. Okay, here's a nice crafty idea. Jeff goes crafty. After you're done riding your horse, you could make this hose support system made out of horseshoes. Okay, so the cold knife, as you're using it, it tends to crack the windshield that's already cracked. Somewhere the original crack was here. It was pretty long. So in this particular case, we have a master windshield replacer. He uses a lot of urethane, and you need that so...
A generous amount.
Generous amount, so that it doesn't leak. That's what it's attached to. The pinch weld is on the chassis of the car. Look at that.
Pinch weld's part of the structure of the car. Part of the body.
Part of the body. Pinch weld, new vocabulary word. Here we go. The lifting of the windshield. Oh, hold on. There you go. The windshield is out. And there it is. My car, which needs some help.
And all that urethane.
Now the urethane removal and then replacement. Urethane removal. Okay, this is where I come for my eyebrow threading. And then I get pizza afterwards. Alright, here's a shot of the nice cleanup of the urethane.
Getting all the dirt, all the heavy dirt off right now.
Brushing of the pinch weld.
We're actually brushing the pinch weld off.
Look how nice and clean it is. I said, look how nice and clean it is.
It's very clean, and the windshield will be here tomorrow, first thing.
Tomorrow. I guess I'll be driven around all day today by you. There you go, look at that.
The bus comes right over here.
Okay, but I have to get my eyebrow threaded first and then have some pizza. Then I'll pick up the bus, wherever that is.
You know how you have an airbag on your passenger side?
Yes.
As well as your steering wheel?
Yes.
Okay, so it's important that the windshield is intact, meaning it will crack when the airbag hits it, but it's important that it's intact and doesn't come out, because this airbag, if you're ever in a collision, will spring off for the windshield. If the windshield's not there, it'll spring this way, pushing the windshield out, or if the windshield's not in properly, it'll kick the windshield out and won't be there to protect the passenger.
Wow, thank you for that.
So that's why it's important that the pinch weld and the urethane is properly installed. You can't mix different chemicals. You can't mix. You can't have any contaminants.
Serious consumer report for Jeff Goes Random viewers.
And that's why it's important to have everything clean. You have to use the same systems. You can't mix different systems. You can't use 3M with Dynatrol with some other brand. You know?
Oh yeah, I try not to do that. I always don't mix my Dynatrol with 3M.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, some people do that, and if they're not engineered together, then it won't work.
Yeah, so a word to everybody out there, just don't mix Dynatrol with 3M.
Well, forget the names. Don't even mention the names.
Yeah, okay.
Don't mix different chemicals.
Yeah, okay, I'll try not to do that.
You don't mix.
Next time I do my own windshield and you're not around?
There's different companies that make urethanes and urethane systems. You can't mix them. You always have to stay with the same company throughout the install process, like the cleaners, the primers, the urethanes, all have to be from the same company.
You know what, I think I'm going to stop doing this on my own. I think I'm going to come to you. Okay, drying up some of the moisture. All right, good news, there's no rust on the pinch weld because of the good priming job that was done. All right, now you're putting the primer on, right?
Covering all the scratches.
And this is key, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Because you don't want to have rust forming under your seal.
And we didn't have any rust.
Well, if I don't prime it, you're gonna.
Yeah, I had the windshield replaced a couple years ago, and this was done.
This is a step that a lot of mobile installers don't do because it takes up about 25 minutes of their time.
Take note of that.
And a lot of cars that come in here do have rust in the pinch weld because of installers running around doing mobile service.
That darn pinch weld where they don't put the primer. Remember that. Remember your pinch weld and primer. Okay, what don't people know?
The installer can do a really nice job putting a windshield in, and it won't leak, and it'll be a nice, neat job, but if they don't prime it, rust will develop under, and that's not a good job.
Okay, so this video is getting to be a real consumer reporting thing, a public service, because we have somebody who really knows what they're doing. So what are you doing now?
New top molding, taping it on so it doesn't fall off as I install it.
Okay, we're just cleaning this now, getting it prepared. Listen to that squeaky clean action.
Not yet.
Okay, what did you do?
This black band on the windshield protects the urethane from UV light.
Yes.
We have to etch it and clean it before we install it in the car.
Oh, thanks. So it's etched and cleaned. That's a setting stick?
Yeah. It's going to hold the other side up when I set the windshield. Priming the frit, or the ceramic, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter.
I don't really know what to call it. What do you want to call it?
I call it a ceramic.
Okay.
Now with the urethane that I'm using, it's a direct. I don't have to prime it, but I can if I want. They have another one, this particular company, where you have to prime the glass, otherwise urethane won't stick at all.
You let it sit for 20 minutes to dry.
Yeah. Here's etching.
Exciting.
It's your seal.
at that. The two spots are gonna meet. It's gonna be like kismet. Ah, that makes it all worthwhile. So this is ASMR of windshield replacement. I don't know if you realize you're doing that. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I don't know if the letters are correct. ASMR, there might be another letter in there somewhere. It's calming, isn't it?
Not everybody does it this way. It's my little way of doing it. Just holds this top side up while I set that side, which is opposite of here. You know, this was holding this. Now that's holding that up while I take this out. It's up here. Set like that.
Windshield is placed in. Next, you're going to put everything back.
Put your cowl molding back on.
What's it called?
A cowl molding.
Oh yeah, that cowl thing.
It covers
Yeah.
the cowl.
You're going full circle. You know what I'm saying? The circle of life. See? Jeff Goes Random does a circle of life on replacement of windshields. Okay. I think we're done, right?
Not really.
Not really.
You have to clean the windshield, you have to put the stickers on,
But we're just about done, right?
you have to put your wipers on.
Put my wipers on. I don't need wipers. I'll just put my hand out the window.
Can't reach.
Can't reach, that's right. Stubby little arms. All right, because everything was so exciting, I think I'm going to end this video here. And I want to thank you for explaining everything you do. And so if you ever want to know how to put in a windshield, don't try it. Let somebody who knows how to do it. Do it. Jeff Goes Random with automotive windshield replacement and whatever else to do with cars here.